Alright, hello, good evening, and welcome to Ragnarok Stars 2024 GGH Qualifiers. RKM King, how are you feeling tonight?
Hi. Well, by the way, I'm RKM King, guys. So yeah, actually having some, jitters. This is our first day in the opening of our qualifiers.
uh,
So yeah, so hopefully everyone's ready, especially our players and participants.
yes, I think
Yeah.
everyone is ready, but first, we are here to be your shoutcasters for tonight. Let us introduce ourselves. What's up mga kaibigan? This is James.
This is RKM King.
And yeah, like what RKM King mentioned earlier, right? This is the first day of the ROS 2024 GGH qualifiers. So we have a lot of things to expect from our players right here. Hopefully they will bring us a very great match to watch for tonight. Of course, this is the opening of our ROS 2024 GGH qualifiers. That's a long word to say, but anyway, let's talk about ROS 2024. RKM King, can you tell the viewers more about ROS 2024?
Okay, so ROS 2024, or simply Ragnarok Stars, is a regional tournament which will be happening in October. So representatives, Gravity, Gravity Game Hub, Gravity Game Link, Gravity Game Tech, and Gravity Communications will be holding a competition in Bangkok, Thailand. So yeah, the ROS 2024 GGH Qualifiers is an exclusive GGH only tournament. So again, the stakes are even higher in this tournament, as not only will this determine GGH's strongest, but this is also an opportunity to fight stronger opponents and to obviously represent GGH in an even bigger event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, our first match for tonight, RKM King. Of course, to start things off, oh my goodness, nawala. Anyway, to start things off for tonight, our first match is going to be between Nemesis Armada and KOS. So Nemesis Armada was formed since 2020 with a combination of new and old RO players who shared a common passion of the game with the goal of exceeding expectations and improving gameplay. Proven and tested in different servers, Nemesis Armada is definitely a contender with eyes on the prize and road to greatness. This team will definitely not back down and will put any doubters in mystery. Expect the unexpected as they prepare for a fight to be your greatest nemesis. They also have a motto: the strong shall live and the weak will perish.
Yes, on the other side, we have KOS, or simply Kill on Sight. So according to them, they are not just a team, but they're actually a phenomenon. So comprised of highly skilled players, each member brings unparalleled expertise, strategic brilliance, and unwavering determination to the game.
Mhm.
Their synergy is unmatched, their tactics are revolutionary, and their execution is flawless. So in
Mhm.
the upcoming ROS 2024 tournament, so which is happening right now, KOS is set to redefine the boundaries of competitive gaming. With their eyes on the prize and their hearts in the game, they are prepared to outmaneuver, outsmart, and outperform their opponents.
Mhm.
Brace yourselves for breathtaking plays, innovative strategies, and a relentless pursuit of victory.
Wow, two both
Yeah.
long introductions for these two teams. IKM King, who do you think has the upper hand in terms of introductions? Just
In
kidding,
terms of
just kidding,
introduction,
just kidding. but yeah, it's Nemesis Armada versus KOS to start things off, to kick things off for the ROS 2024 GGH qualifiers, and I'm quite excited to see what they will bring us tonight. And as the teams are getting ready, they are of course just preparing their stuff, just fiddling a little bit with their characters, just making sure they have set up their characters really well.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think we can expect a lot from these two teams right here. But yeah, who do you think will prove themselves for tonight? Is it going to be Nemesis Armada, who says the strong shall live and the weak shall perish? Or KOS, which means kill on sight?
Well, personally, the only that's important to me is a GX sighting. So whoever used a GX or a guillotine cross, will probably get me approval. But well, in general, so I'd like to see exciting matches, very competitive matches. I think it doesn't matter if it's 2-0 or 2-1.
Mhm,
So as long as the matches are like close,
mhm,
or should I say, as long as they're intense, then I'm all for it.
mhm. Yeah, and wow, this is going to be a battle for whoever I think gets the upper hand at the start of the match, RKM King. I think the meta of GGH players for from before, right? They
Mm.
use a mechanic most of the time. Of course, that's suicidal destruction. But
Yeah.
hopefully, or maybe this time around, since ROS 2023 happened last year,
Mm.
maybe they changed some of their strategies. Just made sure they have different approaches to the game. They
Mm.
can adjust accordingly to what is happening to the game and the situation. Maybe they can counter their opponents this time. So who knows? Maybe we'll see a lot of new things from our GGH players
Mm.
this ROS 2024.
Yeah. So hopefully we see some meta-defining picks,
Mm-hmm.
or should I say, in this case, for just the qualifiers, so
Mm-hmm.
we can get the perfect balance of characters, so we can select, or not technically select, but the winner should or could represent GGH in such, let's say, a refined way,
Mm-hmm.
since there are several matches before the qualifier grand finals. So let's see if the teams can offer different strategies and different, let's say, approaches to the game
Mm-hmm.
outside of the mechanic meta that's been seen like for the past 2 years, I guess, in GGH PvP
Mm-hmm.
tournaments.
Mm-hmm. And oh my goodness, there was an error on our side, but yeah, just to just to say it, yeah, actually KOS won the first round. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch it um on the live because of a few errors that happened. But yeah, KOS won the first round. Hopefully that won't happen again this time
Oh,
around. All right, so I'm just making sure
yeah.
that everything is correct, and yeah, yeah. But yeah, KOS won the first round. So I think
We still have round two.
it was really kill on sight. Wow, a lot. I was wondering why I was recalled. But anyway, guys, for this Ragnarok Stars 2024, we have an observer mode that we can exclusively use for the tournament. Of course, we will be watching the game at a different perspective
Yeah.
compared to the previous years or previous tournaments that we had. So like this is going to be quite a new experience for us, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a better it's going to be better for us since we can view the game or view the match with a wider perspective. We can spectate every player. We can see what happens, who dies, and who's alive. And yeah, it's technically better for us to watch with this new observer mode that we have.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing the spectator mode,
Mm-hmm.
because well, I've seen some snippets of show all this the UI,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually, as what you mentioned, provides better watchability, since you can see the health of the players, not just the what's all this the observer's perspective. Because in the past, we experienced, or let's say, as a spectator in the past tournaments, it's really hard to watch some
Mm-hmm.
matches, especially when more than one thing is happening. Like one skirmish is happening at
Mm-hmm.
like the northern part of the map, and some random skirmishes actually happening in the lower parts of the map,
Mm-hmm.
and the observer cannot actually pick up those fights. So in
Mm-hmm.
this case, the UI will actually help us see what's happening. We might, or we might not see the actual skirmishes, but
Mm-hmm.
we can see what's happening to each individual players in terms of their HP and SP.
Yes, and hopefully we can still catch them on screen with RKMK, because I might make a mistake. I might make a mistake, but yeah, we'll try our best to actually spectate the whole match and see everything that's happening. But fights can happen at different parts of the map. So yeah, hopefully we can catch them all. But because if they're really separate, it's really hard to see what's
Yes.
happening all throughout the map. But anyway, um for round number two, we'll see. Hopefully we won't have a technical issue this time around, for round number two, so we can see the second match of KOS and Nemesis Armada. Again, KOS won the first round 1-0 versus a Nemesis Armada right here. But yeah, RKM King, to tell our viewers, we have something in store for you guys, since we'll be revealing something for our GGH players later on, maybe after the second match. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Right.
hopefully we can see the game first, no?
Hopefully. I think they're here for the game most of all. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be revealing something exciting for the players to see and to maybe confirm some of their speculations. And yeah, actually, let me just say it. It's going to be the Q3 or quarter 3 roadmap of ROGGH. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully you guys are excited to see what's going to happen or what's going to arrive in ROGGH. And yeah, RKM King, I haven't asked you this. If you are going to play in a 7 versus 7 tournament, what class are you going to play? Aside from Guilty Cross. No.
Aside from, well, aside from Guillotine Cross, maybe a priest. So something different from what I usually do in, let's say, ROGGH or in ROPC in general. But of course, in another part of the universe, I've been playing priest. So yeah, so that's going to be a completely different, let's say, experience in terms of supporting. Because in the past, I've been too harsh on Kuya Allen. So he's been my full-time support since day one of Ragnarok GGH. So this time around, I might take on that spot.
Mm-hmm. And me, aside from being Asura, I'd like to play. I'd like to play as a sorcerer. One, because I like doing the mechanics. I like doing the technicals of the match. I'm not saying I'm going to be good. I'm not saying I'm going to be good at it, but I definitely
Yeah,
want to play as a sorcerer for a 7 versus 7 matchup.
yeah. In terms of 7v7, like sorcerers really do have one hell
Mm-hmm.
of a job to do. But in terms of defense and offense, they're the ones directing how to counter and how to engage the enemies. So in terms of like responsibilities, I may pass on being a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
a
yeah,
job that I don't really like to do.
yes, and yeah, speaking of whatever's going to happen, let's move on to the game finally.
All right.
All right. And there you go. Let's see what's going to happen. As you can see, we have an observer mode right here. It's going to be Nemesis Armada on the right and KOS on the left. And RKM King, are you ready to see what's going to happen? Let's go.
All
KOS
right.
going in Sura with a very low HP at the moment. And as you can see, they have a mechanic on Nemesis Armada side. Nemesis Armada, suicidal destruction, but no. Actually, we'll take down one. Gates of Hell will come out from Nemesis Armada, but 3 members left, 2 members left for Nemesis Armada right here, as 2 will go down, cross impact, and that's a guillotine cross
Wow.
for you, as KOS will bring that guillotine cross to the table. And the only one remaining for Nemesis Armada is that minstrel, as he will go down last, as KOS will be winning this match for members left for KOS right there.
Oh, feels like someone heard my wish. I can go now. So
Actually,
that was yeah.
the match was quite quick.
Yeah.
It's really quick. I'm not even sure what happened right here. After I saw that suicidal destruction pop in, Gates of Hell also came out from that Sura of Nemesis Armada, but I didn't quite see everything that happened at the moment. Maybe I can check it out in a replay a bit later
Yeah.
on. But yeah, RKM King, what do you think about that second match or that round? That second round.
Mm. That was very quick. It was actually a very swift 2-0 for KOS. So yeah, I wasn't even able to see what actually happened, and that guillotine cross actually caught my attention. So sorry for that. So I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
expecting to see a guillotine cross in this setup, since in terms of firepower, there are other classes that can dish out more damage than that,
Mm-hmm.
and in terms of utility, some other classes can actually do the job better. But in this case, since they won, then that could probably be a good pick for them
Mm-hmm.
and then for
Yeah,
this match.
but it's
Yeah.
really a wild card pick there for KOS. And I didn't really expect to see a guillotine cross getting picked here for KOS. But yeah, for actually it's just really a quick
It
matchup
wasn't even a minute, I think.
right
It
there.
wasn't even a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and wow, I think it just passed by quickly. Like what I said
Let
earlier,
me
as soon
check.
as that mechanic went in, he managed to take down one against KOS. But after that, I'm not sure what killed each and every one of them.
Yeah, actually, upon checking the replay, it doesn't even last a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not even a minute, but yeah,
It's not even a minute.
that is a good game, well played to these two teams as KOS will be winning that match. All right. Hmm? And yeah, RKM King, have you seen what happened right there?
So I'm actually rewatching it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
So
was
anyway, yeah, Nemesis Armada actually killed like two members, and after that, that's all they can take. Hmm. So very swift, very efficient movements from KOS. Or should I say they were just out damaged in terms
mm-hmm.
of the confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that concludes our first match.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to see round number 1.
Yep.
But yeah, KOS proved their name kill on site.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think this is the long introductions. KOS got the upper hand right there. Hmm? And I think we will be taking a short break right here as we get ready for match number 2, also to address some of the technical issues. Hopefully you guys can hear us really well on stream, so let us know in the chat if you encountered some issues while watching the stream so we can fix it while the stream is ongoing. And yeah, we'll be right back. Make sure to stay
Okay.
tuned and we'll back in just a bit. And we are back here for Ragnarok Stars 2024. OMG. RKM, RKM King just appeared out of nowhere. Anyway, this is going to
Surprise.
be the second match for tonight. It's going to be between Descendants versus Invisible. And yeah, for Dark Descendants, this is a guild that has a storied history on both the Chaos and Yggdrasil servers, and they look forward to enjoying their journey together as they strive to become the best guild. All right, and for
Yeah.
Invisible.
Yeah, Invisible is a team who is here to redeem themselves after the early round loss back in ROS 2023 because of the lack of experience. So this time it's different, and they are here to show us that they are in it to win it. So hopefully they
Mhm.
learned something from their previous stint in ROS 2023 and show their opponents what experience can do.
Mhm. And yeah, hopefully they can bring their experience to the table
Mm.
and get them the upper hand in this match against Dark Descendants, because I think Dark Descendants is also here to win it all. You know? Well, I think a
Yes.
lot of our teams here are in it to win it all. And of course, to represent GGH in the upcoming
Mm.
Ragnarok Stars 2024, which will be happening in Thailand. And hopefully we get sent there as well as we get sent right now to the game.
Okay.
Right.
So this time around, guys, this is match number one, or should I say round number one of match two?
Mm. All right. Match number one of round number one of match two. Right here we have Invisible on the right side, Dark Descendants on the left. As you can see, they have that Ranger, that Sorcerer, Warlock, Archbishop,
Mm.
Rune Knight, and that Royal Guard. And for the side of Invisible, they have that Shadow Chaser, that Sura, that Guillotine Cross as well. They have that no, this is the Shadow Chaser. This is the Sorcerer rather. But that Shadow Chaser got frozen right here. And they have that Warlock as well, along with that Royal Guard and their Archbishop. And let's see what will happen right here as we zoom out. Both teams are just trying to scout and scope each other out. As you can see, Faint Bob's going in. We have some traps. Storm Gust coming from Dark Descendants. As Dark Descendants, they want to push in. Let's see what will happen. Sorcerer just backing down right now. Ranger with that Arrow Storm. Gates of Hell coming from that Sura right now on the side of Dark Descendants. But that Lexaterna
One
as
down,
Dark
one down.
Descendants will get one member taken down. Asura Strike. But no, Guilty Fist will not take someone out. Dark Descendants left with 5 members right now. As you can see, that Invisible is just trying to pick off the members of Dark Descendants one by one. It's going to be 4 versus 6, 2 versus 6 rather, and Invisible only lost one member, Stura, just trying to run away, but no, will get taken down here by Invisible as Dark Descendants only has that Rune Knight left.
Mm.
And that's going to be it for this match, as Invisible only lost one member right there. And wow, that was a match that lasted for quite a while. RKM King,
Yeah.
what do you think about that match?
Uh, Invisible actually played it quite well in terms of not engaging in
Mm-hmm.
dangerous spots of the map. So Dark Descendants was actually luring them into a narrow spot for them to maximize their suicidal destruction. But in the end, they're the ones who got baited in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, without the threat of the suicidal destruction, the damage output from Invisible was able to deal a sufficient damage to their damage dealers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So with their DPS down, everything crumbled. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what happened in round one.
Yes, and I think this time around they proved that they learned something in ROS
Yeah,
2023, right? RKM King.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, they're bringing their experience to the table. Of course, they want to win it all. And Yeah, my goodness. What
Mm.
do you think will happen to round number two? It's going to
So well, yeah,
be a quite an experience here for both teams as they are getting ready for the second round.
yeah. Invisible simply what's all this? Played their lineup to their strengths, so they did not push it in terms of, or they didn't actually rush the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, Dark Descendants can do that in round number two.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so they can execute properly. Sometimes the lineup doesn't actually matter if you can actually perform or execute well. So in
Mm-hmm.
this case, simply I think the execution is the difference maker in round number one.
Yes,
Mm.
and I think Invisible executed their plans really well. Actually, like what you said, they baited Dark Descendants from moving in closer,
Mm.
in which Invisible actually I think used their Shadow Chaser at
Mm.
the start of that round. With him getting frozen,
Mm.
you know, Dark Descendants tried to push in and maybe just scattered the defenses
Mm.
of Dark Descendants a little bit right there, and they startled the members of Dark Descendants. That's why Invisible got the upper hand right there. Just taking down the members of Dark Descendants one by one. They didn't
Mm.
lose their composure. They just stick to their gameplay, their lineup, to their side right there. They didn't
Mm.
overextend that they
Mm.
won't get their supported by their other teammates as well.
Mm. Yeah.
That was a quite an interesting match, and I'm quite excited to see what will happen in round number two.
Well, let's see if they are willing to change their lineups.
Hmm?
So yeah, that's another thing for me. So I am actually looking for different strategies or different lineups from the teams. It's either they stick with their original game plan or simply switch it up if
Mm-hmm.
they feel like their original plan is not working.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it's a matter of principle, and let's say if they were able to like practice different sets or different lineups in order to win this next round. This is for Dark Descendants because they might get eliminated if they lose round two, or they will
Mm-hmm.
definitely get eliminated if they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's either a 1-1 or a 2-0 for them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, just to inform you guys, this is a single elimination tournament setup. So if you lose a match, you will automatically get kicked out. What? No, not really kicked out, but you will automatically, or the team that wins will move on to the next round, and the
This
team who
yes.
lost won't have a losers bracket, and it's going to be try again next time.
Mm,
For the
maybe
team,
next year.
yeah, for the team that loses.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
That's
we'll
why
get
you don't
more
have yeah.
tournaments, right?
So you don't have to save your strategies if
Mm-hmm.
you're in like in a 0-1 position. So make sure to reach the next round and try to formulate another set of strategies for future matches.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, their survival is the number one priority.
Mm-hmm. I think our teams really need to make sure they survive the tournament, of course, to reach the finals. Not really
Mm.
survive, but I think the teams really practiced, or some of the teams really practiced, just so that they can perform really really well in this
Mm.
tournament, and they made sure that they have sufficient time in preparations. They can check on their equipment, their items, their cards, and
Mhm.
yeah, just really really prepare themselves. I think you know uh maybe some of these teams really went to one spot together just to play, right? So maybe they're that prepared. So
Yeah.
hopefully we will see some more intense gameplay here in round number 2, and of course match number 3 in a bit later on. But yeah, we'll be starting the next round in in a minute, right?
Okay. So in case some teams actually are in the boot camp, so yeah, that's great to hear. And at the same time, that takes a lot of effort and resources, especially not simply resources in terms of financial, no, in terms of time, because
Mm-hmm.
these people are actually titos and maybe titas. And
Yeah.
having and having the time to like move on to like boot camps and or meet each other
Mhm.
in some place. That really takes toll on them.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort to actually
Yes.
commit to something like a tournament. Eh, yeah, and just actually the preparation, your love for
Mm,
games, even playing and practicing a lot for the tournament. It's going to be a interesting experience for you and your team. But anyway, let's head on to the game screen right now.
let's go.
All right. So let's see. Of course, here is Invisible on the right side, while we have Dark Descendants on the left. And both teams are getting ready. As you can see, we can zoom out really far like this. And both teams just moving in closer. Sura with very
Mm.
low HP coming from the Invisible and Dark Descendants. Closing in. Here goes the Land Protector on the floor. Charge attack right here by Cross Impact.
Uy, cross
Coming
impact.
from that. Guilty Cross taking down
Oh,
two. Taking down
triple
three.
kill.
Oh my goodness. 4 kills.
What?
5 kills right here for that Guillotine Cross of Invincible. Oh my
This is
goodness.
my game.
Just coming right now. Oh my goodness.
This is such a treat.
Oh my goodness.
My bias is showing.
Ah, I wasn't expecting that actually. I wasn't expecting that to happen. So many things, so many attacks coming from that Guillotine Cross, just taking down members of Dark Descendants one by one with that cross impact. Actually, just getting closer. I think
Yeah.
he went in with that Shadow Chaser, right? Using that what do you call this? Charge
Cross
attack.
impact. Yeah.
Yeah, he went in with charge attack. Charge attack. Oh, yeah, I think he went in with charge attack. Actually, then cross impact, followed by that assassin or guilting cross using that cross impact, just taking down the members of Dark Descendants one by one. Oh my goodness. They wanted to show you something, RKM.
They heard my wish, and I think, yeah. This is GX meta? Let's go!
Oh my
My
goodness.
God.
And yeah, it's very interesting to see these types of gameplay coming from these teams. And I think that back in ROS 2023, we never saw a guillotine cross getting
Oh,
utilized.
yeah, we saw cross impact being utilized as a gap closer for stalkers or for
Mm.
shadow chasers,
Mm-hmm.
but not as the main DPS or a, let's say, a cleanup crew. Or in this case, actually, the Gideon Cross actually got the most kills, I think.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, they took down the competition one by one. But anyway, congratulations to Invisible for winning that round number 2, and we'll move on to the next round. And yeah, they actually won that match. And
Yeah, GX number one.
congratulations, Invisible. Mhm.
Good job, guys. Good job.
All right. So as promised, RKM King, match number 2 has just ended. Now it's
Yeah.
time to end some of the speculations of the other players right here. I think some of them are actually waiting. Let's actually show the roadmap, the quarter 3 roadmap of RO. Take a
Let's
look.
see it. Yes. So we have Terra Gloria episode 16.2. So technically this is going to be an episode update. So Illusion Moonlight, Illusion Vampire, Rune Knight, Archbishop, and Shadow Chaser improvement. So I don't know about the improvement, no? So if that means rework, or if that means rebalancing, or if that's, well, obviously that's not going to be a nerf.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep.
But yeah, RKM King knows a lot more about the about these things more than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Q3 update roadmap, guys. This is going to be coming exactly 1 month from now. That is going to be on the September 5th update.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be on the September 5th update.
Well, this
Again,
one is
guys,
actually
yeah, mark your
yeah.
calendars for 5th of September. September 5, 2024 is going to be the QP update with these changes in mind.
So you can actually do your research in terms of the items and the equipment is going to be available for the Illusion Dungeon. So some classes actually might, or should I say, some classes will benefit from the cards and the equipment that you can actually get from these Illusion maps. And obviously, 16.2 Terra Gloria, only a few characters or only a few jobs are expecting the follow-up equipment from the Royal Banquet. So this
Mhm.
time, the priest, I think, and the Suras will get their what's all this armor. So I forgot the exact name. So you just check on it. And for the what's all this for the improvement. So if this is actually the rework that we're waiting for, then RK number one. And of course, the fatalist of the Shadow Chasers will be of use. So you don't have to drink your medicine when using Fatal Menace.
Mm-hmm.
And
And yeah.
hopefully, yeah, the Archbishops will have like a big nuke coming. So if that's the actual rework that's going to
Mm-hmm.
come. So we don't have any details. We're just simply, what's all this? We're simply giving our opinion and should I
Mm-hmm.
say based on our previous experience in playing other servers and of course the information that's available online. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, guys, information from RKM King. So take it, take it as it is. Anyway, yeah.
I'm missing
Oh,
again.
you're missing again. Okay, you're not missing now. Yeah, and that is the Q3 update roadmap, guys. And speaking of the Q3 update roadmap, actually on Thursday we will be having a maintenance on ROGGH. So make sure to check out the patch notes for that posted on our Discord server. And yeah, you can also check out the website to see the patch notes
Mm.
and what's going to come on the maintenance on Thursday. All right, and I think the match number 3 is getting ready right now. We're just waiting for some of the members to prepare their stuff. But yeah, match number 3 is going to be between OMG. RKM King got lost again. match number 3. Match number 3 is going to be between Lambuching ni Darling versus Valiant.
Valiant.
Alright. So for Lambuching ni Darling, um, it is a has been a legendary force since the dawn of the Philippine Ragnarok Online era, renowned for their fierce competitiveness and indomitable spirit. The guild seamlessly transitioned to the international stage, maintaining their dominance. Wow. Their legacy of excellence is evidenced by their consistent top-tier performance and qualifications for every prestigious Ragnarok competition. Lambuching ni Darling stands as an iconic testament to elite gaming prowess and unrivaled dedication in the Ragnarok universe. Wow, we have that Ragnarok universe as well.
Uh, well, in this case, we have Valiant. So a very simple introduction. A team who believes that the best team will fight to be the champion.
Wow.
So as what stated earlier, they are not here to participate. They are here to win.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as for the other teams as well, I think they are not going to waste their time by simply qualifying for the qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be part of the bigger event. So
Mhm.
hopefully one of these teams can deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So between Lambuching ni Darling and Valiant.
Actually, I'm not sure what that means for Lambuching ni Darling. Maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I couldn't find that out myself. So if anyone knows in the in the chat, please comment it down. All right. So yeah, match number 3 is going to be quite interesting for these two teams. Actually, all matches are quite interesting, like what I said. It's Lamborghini Darling versus Valiant,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure they have some unique things maybe presented for, or that they are ready to show us for tonight. Like what we saw from Invisible, it's quite unexpected, right? With that guillotine cross pick, it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's new. It's new to my eyes since I've been
Mm.
casting several Ragnarok tournaments or GGH tournaments like ROS 23 and Ragnarok Asia Masters. I haven't seen a guillotine cross getting picked that much or at all. So it's
Yeah.
quite new to see a guillotine cross getting picked.
Yeah. Guillotinas actually, or should I say, usually they add man out. So in
Mm-hmm.
terms of damage output and reliability, but I think with cross impact, what shall this dealing critical damage or a chance to deal critical damage, I think it's going to be competitive. So I think we are now inside the match.
Yes, we are inside the match. As you can see, Lamborghini Darling is going to be at the left side and Valiant on the right side. And yeah, they both of them are casting their buffs, getting ready to start this match. As you can see, they have quite a range to walk. Let's see what will happen right here. Lamborghini Darling actually going in. Vacuums on the floor right now. And that Royal Guard Curse Circle coming from Valiant right here actually trapping some members. But there's still a cross impact coming from
Oh,
Lamborghini Darling. But there's only that guillotine cross left as Valiant won't lose any members right here as Lamborghini Darling will go down. Valiant will take round number
yeah,
1.
yeah. So yeah, Valiant was able to control the front lines of the Buccini Darling. So
Hmm?
the back line is now open for DSC or the Shadow Chaser and the Guillotine Cross to,
Hmm?
to pick off. So as it happens, while the front line is actually not busy, I think it's proper to say that they are being controlled by
Hmm?
that curse circle and the other members of Valiant.
Hmm?
So yeah, so I guess in this meta, the Guillotine cross impact is actually doing work.
Yeah, and still, that guillotine cross. But unfortunately for the Butching the Darling, they have that guillotine cross as well in their lineup. But unfortunately for them, they didn't get this round number 1. As Valiant will be taking the first round of
Mm.
this match, and it happened really quickly. The matches are really really quick this time around, right?
Mm.
So they happen really really quickly. I just saw some curse circles land on the on both sides. Well, that guillotine cross going in, cross impact, of course, to deal damage. But yeah, I never catch what's happening beyond that because it happened so quick. As I saw a lot of the players of Lamuching ni Darling suddenly went down. So it's not really like before that they take the members of the opposing team one by one. So they're more on to the team fight. I think RKM King, they really really practiced well for this tournament.
Yeah. So having another option for DPS, I think is technically it's not. We cannot say that it's DPS. It's more of a burst damage.
Mm-hmm.
So the introduction of the cross impact in terms
Mm-hmm.
of a primary source of damage, it's more of a quick, swift jump to the back line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think instead of relying on taking down the members immediately, like with a suicidal destruction or with a burst of damage, like with a runate or a royal guard, just using exceed break or ignition break just to deal damage against
Mm.
your opponents. Having that guillotine cross with a cross impact will deal more damage for your team.
Mm.
They omitted that. I think most teams omitted that. That defensive type of gameplay
Mm.
right? Their defensive type, their defensive style, just prioritizing on surviving instead of the one attacking. Now they're taking the approach in attacking their opponents. They're trying to take down their opponents really swiftly, quickly, without losing any members. So I think practices, the experience they have because of the previous tournaments that we had in GGH as well, really contributed a lot to their performance here in the GGH qualifier.
Yeah. So yeah, upon watching the replay, they just simply controlled the front lines and
Mhm.
eliminated the threats. And I think the priest of Lamborghini Darling unfortunately stepped on a maelstrom. So
Mm.
yeah, um, unfortunate, very unfortunate. So he wasn't able to cast any skills. I saw him parrying through the damage.
Yeah.
So that might be the cause of their downfall in terms of being bursted.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I think the Shadow Chaser contributed a lot as well because everything happened just really, really quickly, right? So, the Archbishops are really positioning themselves at the far back, like
Mm,
how they should, just being a support as they should be. Just making sure they get the specific amount of heals or buffs to their team, so that they don't die that quickly, right? So
mm.
maybe they can adjust their styles and gameplays, in the later rounds or in the later parts of the tournament. But yeah, it's quite refreshing to see a new class getting used to dice here for ROS 20, and
Mm.
I think it's it's right to say that they want to amuse RKM King. The guild, the guillotine cross me right here.
Yeah, I actually thought it
Mm-hmm.
was a meme.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first time we saw it was actually just one match, and the Guilty Cross didn't actually deal sufficient damage.
Mm-hmm.
So the teammates were able to eliminate the teams without even involving the Guillotine Cross in our first match, or in our first the starting match
Mm-hmm.
of stream. So I was actually skeptical, and yeah, but then again, from this several matches, several rounds, I think it's actually giving
Mm-hmm.
like a very decent competitive damage.
Yes, and as you can see right here, Valiant, they don't have that. They have that guillotine cross as well, along with Lamborghini Darling. I'm not sure. I don't see a guillotine cross at the moment, but they do have that Rune Knight getting ready to start off the match. And they have more of a defensive type of gameplay. I think they have that guillotine cross as well. So both teams have that guillotine cross, and let's see what will happen as both teams trying to connect right here. Faint Bobs coming from Valiant. The spells going off, and of course sacrifice and devotions from these two teams. Valiant just using that royal guard as a frontline land protector coming from Lamborghini Darling right here. Earth drive to of course remove that land protector. Urgent escape, no. Lamborghini Darling just making sure they have enough space right here. Cross impact at Lamborghini Darling will get taken down right here. 3-2 against 7 right here. Lamborghini Darling only has a royal guard, and Archbishop as that royal guard will go down, and
Okay.
Archbishop will follow as Valiant will be taking the second round as well. A
Mm,
very very quick
yeah.
match right here, and
The
yeah, I
GX
think
pick, yeah.
mhm,
The
yeah.
GX pick seems like not for Labuching Darling. So in that case, I think the initiator was the GX,
Mhm,
and immediately he evaporated.
mhm,
So that's what actually happened in the first what shall I say, the first death of our
mhm.
game. So yeah, then from there, Valiant was able to deal sufficient damage and take down the opposing team.
I think if they used a different class, they could have utilized their lineup better, or maybe they could have turned the tides
Mm.
there in that match. Like yeah, like what you said earlier, I think that Guillotine Cross overextended a little bit right there. Immediately diving to the line of
Mm.
Valiant. Of course, these spells will remove all of your buffs,
Box.
so sacrifice will get removed as well. So you won't have any defenses. If you get taken down, of course, Gates of Hell or other or counter cross impact from the opposing Guillotine Cross, it will be very very dangerous for you, especially if that connects. Especially if you get hit by more skills other than that cross impact as well. So yeah, it was a very very quick match, but yeah, congratulations to Valiant for
Mm.
winning round number 2. And actually they won the whole match as well, right?
So very yeah.
And yeah, RKM King, any thoughts for the matches that we had tonight? Again, just to um just to welcome back, just to have a quick what do you call this, recap of what happened. KOS
Mm.
won the first match, then it was Invisible, then Valiant.
Valiant.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, thoughts for tonight's
So
matches?
well, tonight's match is actually number one. Obviously, the GX showing up. So at first it was just a joke or a meme or simply a wish to see some GXs in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But then almost everyone showcased what the GX can do, and also they showed what it cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to look forward to in the next few matches. So yeah, it's actually a very decent pick. But then again, knowing the limitations of the class of the character, so hopefully the teams can prepare well and execute such plans because it showed really good amount of damage, and what it does, it really does well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, very very interesting picks here coming from these two teams. Maybe we will see a meta pick on the the match that will happen on Wednesday, and that's going to be on the 7th of August. That's going to be on Wednesday at the same
Wednesday,
time,
yeah.
8 to 10 p.m. It will be match D, E, and F. It's going to be ODS 27 versus Sigma NA, Lulu's Secret Shop versus Team Good Boys, Jack of All Earths versus Koponan.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see these matchups coming and to the on a Wednesday on August 7th.
On Wednesday, I want to see RK picks. DPS RK.
maybe they will grant your wish, you know? They
Yeah.
granted
Yeah.
your GX wish, so maybe they
So
will
watch
grant your RK
DPS
wish.
RK and make sure to use mace and not sword. Okay, guys, please.
All right, that's a prediction for RKM King right here. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight's ROS 2024 GGH qualifiers stream. What a great way to start the tournament, having that wild card, not really wild card, this meta pick right now, that Guillotine Cross, to shake things up for the whole tournament. And I'm quite excited to see what is going to happen for the future of this GGH qualifiers. Anything you want to add, RKM King?
Well, just prepare for Wednesday, I think.
RK
Yeah.
picks. RK picks.
Yeah, make sure to practice those RKs, ah.
All right, that's going to be for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, next stream will be on the 7th of August, Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Hope to see you all guys there. And once again, we are your shoutcasters. This is James.
This is RKM King.
And we'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Bye.